Okay, so first off, I just want to kind of like apologize for the low production value of this video. Like, my camera does this thing where like you press the record button and maybe it'll record, maybe it won't. So, and I'll be damned if I'm just gonna like sit up here and talk about my life for like 20 minutes and then realize that it did not record anything because I just don't have time for that. Okay, anyway, my name is Marie. I have social anxiety, and this is my story. So I decided to make this video because I don't have anything else to do. It's a snow, well, it's not a snow day, it's like this day where it's like really cold outside, so they're like, yeah, don't come to school, which I think is bullshit because it's cold all winter, and, you know, all we have to do is walk out to the car and then walk into school. It's not like we're like pilgrims sitting in like a one-room schoolhouse with Laura Ingalls Wilder in the corner or whatever, but if they tell me not to come to school, I'm not going to come to school. So, anyway, I made this video because, you know, I know a lot of people do this thing where they talk about their social anxiety and share it with other people who are interested. And, you know, I like watching people's videos. You know, I think it's interesting to hear about, you know, how social anxiety has affected them and their life, you know, when they were younger and then, like, when they were my age. I'm in high school right now. And then at whatever age they are. So I thought I would just make like kind of a brief history of my social anxiety video because I don't feel like sitting here for like an hour and talking. Anyway, so my social anxiety really did not show up or affect me till I was like 14, I would say. You know, I was like, when I was younger, I was like a shy kid. I remember it was mostly around adults, like my parents' friends or people that my parents knew, and I just like, I wouldn't like to look them in the eye or talk to them or be acknowledged by them at all. But as far as like little kid friendships go, I was pretty normal, you know, and I think a big part of it was that I went to a really small school for kindergarten through 8th grade. You know, we had grades kindergarten through 8th grade, and there were like less than 200 kids in the whole school, so, you know, it was just this like really little group of people that you were with all the time. And I know for a lot of people that's kind of like stifling and like really obnoxious because you're with these people always and there's like no variation in the people that you're learning with. But for me, it really worked out because there were people in the class that I could, you know, be friends with and people that were like me and people that I felt comfortable with. So I think for me and my issues, it was probably the best possible situation that I was in this like tiny little group of kids. Because it gave me this sense of like belonging, you know, I've been with these people for so long, but I feel like I'm one of them and that I fit in, which I didn't really realize that I valued until it was gone, you know. So the thing about the school was that it was a private school, it was a Christian school, and it was like open enrollment, so it didn't matter where you lived, you could go to the school no matter what. And a lot of times when you graduated from 8th grade from the school, you would either go to the public high school that was in the district you lived in, or there's this other Lutheran high school that a lot of people went to, but not everybody. So my family made the decision that I was going to go to the public high school in my district. And I've always lived in the school district, it's just that I went to this other school in the city over, but now I go to, or freshman year of high school, I started going to this public high school. And it's not like a big high school, but it was way bigger than I was used to, and it's just like a total shock to me because I had never seen so many people like in a school. You know, I knew it existed, that there were like a couple hundred people in the class, but I had never seen it. So, but yeah, freshman year, I was new at this school and I didn't know anybody. You know, I think there were a couple people that I kind of knew from my old private school, but they had transferred over several years before, so they were, you know, used to the school, and I wasn't. And it wasn't until then that I think my social anxiety really kind of like woke up and started affecting me because like as soon as I started high school, like I just I couldn't deal, you know. I was so alone and I was so unhappy. You know, I remember I like right away I became depressed and I felt so lonely, and it was just it was a really bad time because I could not make friends. And I made a few of those like in school friends that you talk to when you're in class, but nothing really like nothing made me feel like I belonged, which I had been used to. I had been used to the feeling of like I belong here and this is where I'm supposed to be. And it had suddenly been like taken from me, and I didn't know anybody and I didn't know where I was. And it just, for some people, you know, they thrive in that kind of environment where they're like, there's people around me and I can get to know all of them. But for me, it was terrifying, and it was a really bad experience. So, you know, I think that was probably the worst year, was freshman year. And I remember I made friends with this one girl, and like we were pretty close, and we always had fun in class. And she moved away at the end of the year, so that sucked. And it, like at the time, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna miss her, but now it's like, fuck, you know, we could have been friends, but that's how life goes, I guess. Um, anyway, like sophomore year of high school, I guess it was more the same, you know, I'm not gonna like go over in depth of all my high school years. And I'm a senior right now in high school. I just turned 18 like a week and a half ago, and I'm not gonna like go through all my years of high school just because I don't feel like it, you know. But I feel like right now I'm kind of at a point in my life where like I don't really know what's like what I'm gonna do, you know. Like I'm about to graduate and I'm gonna be going to community college in the fall, and I'm really worried that, you know, I'm not gonna make friends and I'm gonna be just as lonely as I am right now, because I mean I have a few friends, you know, people that I know from school, but like we don't really hang out outside of school, and a couple friends from my old school, but I don't see them a whole lot either because like I have this one friend and we're like really good friends, but she lives like a city over, and she goes to different schools, so we don't see each other a whole lot. But I don't know, I'm just worried that like I'll never be happy, you know. And I don't know like what my social anxiety is gonna do to me once I start college. You know, I hear from other people who've been to the school that like, oh yeah, you make friends and it's awesome, but you know, I'm pretty good at like fucking up situations for myself. So I don't know what I'm gonna do or what it's gonna be. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna stop now because I feel awkward. But if you watched this, thank you for watching. Maybe I'll make another video, I don't know, but I think I'll put this out there just to see what the response is, if any. Anyway, thank you for watching. Maybe I'll see you again.